Guys, and welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect. Today we just do a tiny little bit of work, right? Tiny. So I hope you guys are ready. As you can see from that, we're definitely getting somewhere. I decided to go ahead and clear out a little bit of an area, just a tiny. I did a little bit of work, just a small, tiny amount of work. I mean, nothing too big. I mean, it's just a little teensy weensy bit of work here. But this is going to be great because we need this room, one, for storage. So I have some areas for storage here, and or down here, wherever I feel like putting. I think down here I'll definitely probably put my immersive stuff. But yeah, this is just a little bit of a room, and I think it's even going to expand later on and maybe have some more areas added to this. But I of course wanted to leave this area. I need to figure out still a better way of leaving this. Yeah, but this is still how we access our smeltery. I did expand it a little bit. As you can see, we have a little bit more storage capacity. It can hold 120 ingots now. I did just go ahead and make some clay. And oddly enough, a little bit of clay doesn't really get you anywhere. I think, let's see, let's go ahead and put the clay in here. I think 1 clay equals 1 ingot. And now that we have the automation, it makes it a lot easier to do this. But yeah, I'm just casting it out. We're going to need this for our coke brick oven. This is going to get us coal coke and creosote oil, which we're going to need definitely as we progress through this this pack. Getting a blast brick, that's going to be a little bit different. It still requires some brick, but the nether brick itself and also the blaze powder, that's going to require some adventuring in the nether, which I hope to be able to do today. I don't know what to expect from it. I don't know how our kite's going to work. There is another, let's see, what is this mod from that has the balloon here? Viscraft. This mod, we might be able to get into this a little bit. I don't know how expensive. It does require like getting into advanced crafting, and it does use the coal engine. Is this on the base tier though? Like this is the lowest tier. So the lowest tier engine you can see right here. But engines are now easier to make. They still require us though to go to the nether because we need nether brick for this. So this is going to be something that we need to look into. Getting the Viscraft airship is going to make our life a little bit easier. We won't have to use the Volar kite as much. And this is a little bit better as it has like storage on it. It's going to be a bit more reliable. Now the balloon, that is something that we definitely need, as that's going to be required for like even the base part here. So yeah, with me seeing that the balloon is going to be required here, we are definitely going to need an advanced crafting table, and that means we're going to need 2 of the tier 1 crafting tables, which means we need to get crushed black quartz and iron. First of all, we need to get some black quartz crushed up. That is going to be something that definitely needs to be done. I'm actually just going ahead and take a whole stack of it, and I'm going to throw it over here into my machine, and I'll just go ahead and get it started, get all this crushed up, and I hope I don't forget about this, and then it all despawns. Oh, how are you doing, Mr. Bear? So like I said, I definitely want some storage, and so I went ahead and made up some of these framed drawers. Now we need to decorate these. So what better place to do that than right here? Actually, we could probably add this almost as an accessory to this area. Let's throw this in, and I think I have an idea of what I want to go with. So I want the inner frame here to be this, and the outer frame to be this dark wood. I don't know, I kind of like the idea of that. So that's what I'm going to go with, and for right now, they're going to just reside here in this wall. Just like so. I think they look alright. They're not like perfect or anything. But this will give us a little bit of storage. Now, creating ourselves a controller for this, that's going to require a little bit more work. So let's just say this took a long time. Wow, okay, at least 3 or so hours to convert this over and get everything sorted, just so I can get started with some more stuff. So this room, I think, is where I'm going to put my smeltery sort of system. I'm going to put my immersive engineering coke oven and blast in here, I think. But down here, let's take a look. So we have our storage that I have a lot of my common items in. Same over here, a lot of my common, like, expensive materials. And then in here is my storage room, where everything is labeled, and that way I can kind of keep up with it, at least until we get a better storage solution set up. As of right now, this is going to be how it is. And the Twilight, man, this whole thing is full. But not even that could hold all of our items. We have some more over here, a little bit over here. These are all empty. I decided to leave them for decoration. And then this is like all of our tools. Like every tool since the beginning is in here. And then I also decided to utilize some of my armor stand. That looks like leather, but believe me, it's the bronze armor that we had from quite a while ago. So with all this done, and I also went ahead and added this over here. Let's go ahead and get some things set up that definitely need to be set up and need to work a little bit better at this point. So I decided to take a stroll into the Nether. And yeah, my portal is located, is marked, so we should be good there. I am looking for a couple things because according to this, we need one, the Nether Amethyst, but we also can get blaze rods, which means potentially blaze. Now I do have fire protection 2 on here and fire protection 4 on this, so I'm hoping that we'll be rather okay. At least that's the hope. But hopefully there's like fortresses actually spawn, but I don't know. This is a custom dimension, so I would be kind of surprised. I do see there's some mobs down here and wither skeletons right there, which leads me to believe that there should be islands maybe that also have other things on them, like, I don't know, blaze, which would be kind of horrifying. So let's jump. I'm gonna trust. Okay. Whew, I was gonna trust that it actually lifts you up. That was one thing that I was super concerned about. So finding that ore, that amethyst ore, I don't know how easy it's going to be to do that. We actually might see it just like on the side of one of these areas. I don't know if we'll get that lucky. Man, it is super orange, but I love it. I love the color orange. All right, we're also looking for some other biomes as well. So we might come across a few different types of biomes. I feel like I haven't, I was gonna say, I feel like I haven't got a lift in a while. Oh man, I feel like this is gonna be like the same sort of islands over and over again. What is this? That looks a little different. Oh yeah, oh, hey look! There is a fortress. Let's land over here. I was hoping there was gonna be fortresses that spawned. We need to get somewhere that has a little bit of cover. Preferably like this area right here. Oh yeah, because it gets pretty crazy. Whew. Okay, let's grab some cover here. Oh, and this brick. That's gonna be kind of nice. Ah, nether wart. And soul sand. Very nice. Like, I do need to be prepared though. I need to be ready to go. Hopefully nothing spawns on me. So I come all this way and I didn't bring a good weapon. What is wrong with me? I didn't bring a sword. So I hope... Oh, this is actually pretty good. That two-shot that guy. Oh yeah, this is actually a really good... Wait. No. Whew. That actually two-shot that. But it's already broken. Oh, the sounds are horrifying. There's nothing in the chest. Well, that's a bummer. Oh boy. Hey, even this'll two-shot. That's nice. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Like still leaf? Oh no, it's definitely multi-shotting. Just so long as I don't hit this. It is so loud here. I can't believe there's nothing in the chest. It's so sad. Okay, I don't know what I'm getting from the wither skeletons. I haven't even taken a chance to look. What are they dropping? So they're dropping wither skull fragments, necrotic bones and wither bones, and wither dust. We also got some nether warts. I didn't grab any of that soul sand, which I probably should do. I don't know, honestly, I don't know what I would have expected to be in these chests. Probably nothing. I don't know why I expected anything to be in them, to be honest. Because there's not really anything in any of the chests, except for the Twilight Forest. Also I need to grab up a bit of this if I can. Oh, hey, we just got one of those advancements. For what reason? I've honestly no idea. It says we were in one of the frozen areas. I don't know how we are, but okay. Let's see. Let's grab all of this. There's apparently a skeleton. And a slime boy. There we go. I think maybe if I find more of the slimes, that'll make things a little bit easier. I know we've already gotten a little bit of blaze, but it definitely would save me. Man, I'm killing a lot of these guys. Look at this. And I need to gather as many of these as I can. We already basically have one wither skeleton skull at this point. Alright, so I think that, well, we have 3 blaze. I probably need a bit more than that. That's not going to really get me anywhere. Oh. There we go. Yeah, we're not going to be able to fight blaze like this. I need a sword for that. So here's one of those biomes where they said hell has frozen over. Oh, that's not okay. No, 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 no. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't want to be here. Okay, yeah, let's go. Oh, I don't want to deal with that. That is horrifying. So this setup right here is going to need to change. I think I'm going to go ahead and move this into a place now that we can move water more efficiently. I definitely want to set this back the way I had found this area, and definitely move this more to our base location. And I think that's going to be way more fitting. So let me go ahead and remove all this. I'll get some dirt later to fix all this hole, or fix the holes up. But as of right now, I have a good way of getting down here, right? Right here's a good way of getting down. I just don't have a good way of going back up just yet. But I will be getting that. Now, we have our axles. What I want to do is actually set this area up over here for this. And I'm trying to think what would be a good way. I think we can hide the water wheel for the most part. But I need to figure out what height. At what height do I want our water wheel to actually be, so that way we can set our gearboxes up just right for these areas. Now, another thing is I also want to kind of automate the millstone to a certain degree. And I think we can do that using water and hoppers. It'll expel items in a certain area, and so we should be able to drain those items into a hopper collection system of some sort. Nothing super large, like maybe over here or something. But first, I've got to clear out a little area that's at least 5 by 5 to give myself a little bit of room for this water wheel. So I think for this, I kind of know what I want to do. I think right here, we're going to pour that out, and that actually gets this spinning, which is really nice. So now I can hook up a gearbox, or I can hook up just a, looks like another wooden axle to here, then hook a gearbox here, and that's going to give me a little bit of space to sort of work with things. Yeah, I think this is going to definitely work. So I went ahead and crafted up some soundproofing. This is super cheap to make. Man, is it going to definitely help, as it is super loud here. And already, that is dramatically different. That sounds so much better. Oh, and it only goes up to 6 blocks, so we're fine. Like over here, just as of right here, it's not okay. Like that noise is just too much. So I do want to go ahead and get the coal coke oven set up, though, so that way we can sort of have this running in the background. And I think we only need 27 of these. Yeah, we only need 27, and then we can set this up. So where do I want to put this? I think right here is probably gonna be a good idea. I do have an axe on me, but it's more of a saw. Let's go ahead and do this. I think this area is going to be just fine for setting this up. Hopefully we don't have a water problem, because I know the water level is like right there. But I do want to leave this sticking out just a bit. Like I don't want it to sort of, I don't know, I don't want to be super recessed, because then it doesn't feel as like immersive that way, or 3D. All right, let's go ahead and have this placed just like so. And like I said, I'm going to have the furnace sticking out of the wall. And then all we got to do is hit it with the hammer, and there we go. We have ourselves a coke oven. So to actually utilize this, we can do 2 things. We can put logs in there to make ourselves some charcoal, or I can throw actual coal in there, and then that will turn into coal coke, which will then turn into creosote oil, which both ways will turn into creosote oil, and both fuels should be useful. or be able to be used. So we should be able to get charcoal and that. But of course, we do know another way to get charcoal that is a bit quicker than doing this method. However, this method is really nice because you also get creosote. And believe me, you're going to need a bunch of creosote. So instead of water, I decided to go with hoppers over here, and they're actually not too bad to craft. They don't really require all that much. So I was able to make 5 of them. That's going to be a lot better over here. I also just decided to go with 1 soundproofing. It seems to be doing enough. And I was able to level it out. Now, this is going to be used for another part of Better with Mods that we actually have to get into, because if we take a look at some of the things that we need to do, well, definitely some of the recipes that we're going to need, especially like the coke brick, for example. Like to make blast brick, it requires nether brick, and I wish it was just as easy as just crafting some kind of nether brick. Like, we don't have this knowledge just yet, like how to get liquid corallium and stuff like that. We don't have any of this just yet, even though it is unlocked. We don't quite know anything about it, so we might need to kind of learn some stuff about it. Or we can go another route. And the other route is going to be utilizing this brick right here. And I believe the stoked kiln, as you can see, it requires it to be stoked. Requires quite a bit of stuff. So to get us started with this process, we are going to need a bellow. And the bellow needs to be powered in a very specific way. So it does receive power from something such as an axle. Let me go ahead and move this. I think... getting ourselves kind of just things situated over here is going to be a good idea. So right here we have some gears. I need to arrange these things so that way they work a little bit better with each other. I'm pretty sure I have a another thing for Better with Mods, the turntable. Where is my turntable? I've got to have it in here somewhere. There it is. Okay, so with this turntable, we also probably want a piece of redstone, a stick to make ourselves a redstone torch. This is just going to work out the best, I think. And then we also need to sort of situate this in a different way. So here's where things are going to get a little weird. We need to get Hibachi, right? And a Hibachi is going to require a heating element, which is going to require a cauldron, but it's also going to require this concentrated hellfire. This also is done in a cauldron, very simple, but we need to get hellfire dust. To get hellfire dust, we need a filtered hopper. So that doesn't look too bad to get, at least a filtered hopper doesn't. We should be able to make that. I think we have, let's see, filtered hopper. You guys did want to see a little bit of crafting, so here you go. All right, so we also need a cover, and to get a cover, well, we're going to have to actually place that saw back. Look at that. We get to actually still use it. Yeah, because we're going to need to chop this down a little bit further. Even this. And even further than that. Also, if you take this even further, it makes it super easy. So you don't have to make any of these gears anymore. Because that's how you would get gears. It's that simple. Alright, so filtered hopper. We're missing... Oh, we're missing a single gear. I do have a gear laying around. So that is handy. And there we go. So the filtered hopper, right? We need to filter it with something. Let's go ahead and see what we can set this up, or see how we can set this up. So I'm gonna need to use another gear, and this needs to be rotated until it can turn a gear. And a good way to see this is to keep turning this until, normally you would hear it, but we have it turned off until you see the gear moving. Then I can set up the filtered hopper for right now. And right now there is no filter in it, so we're going to need to set that up. Now in the bottom, normally you would want something down there as well, such as an urn. Now there are these urns here that we can make right here with clay. I think you can make them just like this with the turntable itself. So let's go ahead and remove this. And then I want to get the turntable set up so that way we can take some clay and actually utilize it. So let's grab a couple blocks of clay. I think that's what we should be able to do over here. All right. And so this is going to get to turning, and we're going to wait until we get an unfired urn. Now, we're not really going to be able to use this unfired urn because, as you can see, it's going to require us to cook it in a certain way. But this is the method that I would recommend doing, so you at least have this prepared, right? So there we are. So we'll take that urn. We're going to use it for later. All right, let's go ahead and set the rest of this up. So here's where the fun happens, and it's gonna get a little loud. I hope that this prevents this from making the gas sound, but all we gotta do, usually I'd leave the block underneath it, but we're gonna toss it in the top, and I think it's 8 netherrack. Should grind up, I think. Isn't it? Isn't the filter... Let's see. Pretty sure this will filter that out. You can see we can filter certain items. Oh yeah, it's right. It's Netherrack Dust. So we need to put Netherrack in here. Oh, and we gotta wait for it because yeah, it makes an awful noise. Thankfully, oh, that filter works so nice. So you can't just throw Netherrack. It's been a little while. All right, as you can see, it's been a little while since I played around with this mod. So yeah, we're gonna get ourselves some Netherrack Dust, and then once we have enough of this, you'll be able to see that we can throw that in and get this. Actually, you can do 8 at a time and get that as well. Doing 1 is not going to be a big deal. As you can see, we get that dust. And we are going to need... How much of this are we actually going to need? 8 of them to equal 1. So yeah, it's going to be a process. So I may have created a tiny little bit of a problem here. I should be able to fix it though. But I did want to go ahead and get this in here. This is going to be a part of our hibachi, the heating element portion. And it's going to require some stone. And then I think at this point we should have enough of this to also get some of this going. So I might want to separate this by 8. I don't think it really matters. But I am going to go ahead and create a little bit of it. As we need, what, 8 a piece? So yeah, I'll go ahead and throw another 8 in there. And there we go. So once this heating element finishes up, then this will start. And then we just kind of wait. As I also will make sure that this doesn't burn down my area I just made. Come on, don't burn it down. Don't be that way, Cauldron. Now that all my materials are ready, I now have a hibachi. All right, so what are we gonna do with this hibachi? Well, this hibachi can be lit. We can turn it on. I believe we can use a lever actually to do this. So I need a stick. Okay, and I have that on me, and I need a piece of cobblestone. So we'll go ahead and make ourselves a quick lever. And then what we can do with this is use that to turn it on and off. As you can see though, it is a regular fire. That is not what we need. We need more than just a regular fire. So what I have here is I have a turntable that is set up with a wooden gearbox. And then over here we have another wooden gearbox leading to this right here. And what I want to do is I want to be able to turn this gearbox on and off. That sounds like it's easy, but let's kind of take a look at how this is going to work. So let me go ahead and grab this. You can see that it is spinning. It's doing just fine. But also this is spinning. This block may not look like it's spinning yet, but if we throw a torch on here, you can see that the torch is spinning. However, you do need the blocks that are completely around it to be able to move. It just needs to be like this. Okay. So instead of using that, we can use a redstone torch. And a redstone torch is going to be able to keep this thing pulsating and turning this on and off. So I'm going to place this here instead of this. If I can break the torch. There we go. And then I need to place a block, I think, right here. And then what we can do is we can just have a piece of redstone that's resting on top of this. And I think that will turn this block on and off. May not. Yeah, as you can see, it stops it for a second and then turns it back on. So how does that help us? Well, we need to get a billows. So I am going to place this back down. There we go. And I want this to be facing this. And you can see it's going to turn on and off. And what that's going to do is that's going to turn this into a blue fire, which is now called a stoked fire. And this should keep this running, and we shouldn't have any problem with this doing this at this point. So all we got to do now is build a brick furnace around this, basically. So what you want to do to set this up, I went ahead and placed a block, because of course you need a block spacing. And then we're going to go back above it, so another placement block, and we'll just build around like this. And same on the other side, right here. And then we'll hop up and place a block like that. And now what we should have is a functioning kiln. As soon as we get rid of this weird lag we're having. Right. So now that this is stoked, we should be able to put items in here, such as that brick. Let me go ahead and grab this, and I'm going to actually break this bottom piece just for right now. And that's going to allow us to set up the cauldron. And let's go ahead and place this right here. Okay, so this will help us get some recipes that we actually need to get done. For example, logs. So if we stoke this, this will change over to a stoked cauldron. Actually, will this, yeah, I think a stoked cauldron is what this needs. Yeah, stoked cauldron. It's a cauldron with a stoked flame under it. And you can see that this is starting to work. And what this will give us is pot ash. And we're going to need to use this pot ash in order to make the nether sludge. And then the nether sludge will give us unfired nether brick. And then we'll fire the nether brick inside of our little furnace that we just made. So now that I have some made, I can go ahead and break this. And let's go ahead and set this back up. Now, of course, you can have more than one of these up because this billow will actually power more than one hibachi so long as it's in its path, which makes that really nice. So I think this will work. Let's go ahead and light this up. We now have some of that sludge, and then we can turn that into bricks. And what we can do is place the bricks in here. And you can see it's going to take on a form where it looks like it's breaking, which I mean, I guess it is breaking. And then we can actually place that and pick it up. And look at that. We just got ourselves a piece of nether brick. So I need to do this process enough in order to get the blast brick that we need. So what I was thinking is we need 27 blast bricks here in order to craft this. So that means we need 36 of the nether bricks. So I have just enough of the hellfire dust in here in order to get us that number. And as far as everything else goes, our brick and stuff, we almost have enough of that, I think. The only thing I need to do is go in here and just make sure that we have this cooking. And then we should be good, because this will be smelting things down into bricks for us. So by the time all this is done, hopefully we'll have the thing I wanted to get done today, which is get the coke oven and blast brick furnace up and running. And just like that, we should have just about everything. I think I spoke too soon. I am missing my one last piece, and that is our blaze right here. I think we literally just need one more. Let's just take them all. Yeah, I think I ran out of blaze there. Anyways, this is all we need for the blast brick. Oh, and I'm so happy that we now have that. There we go. Yeah, that's actually all we need. So let's go ahead and place this. And this will be our new steel generator. Yes, this is going to generate steel for us at a cost of time. That's mostly the thing. And coal coke. And as you can see, we do have creosote that is built up. So I'm going to take that creosote out. We can use that later on. And the only thing I have left to do now is, well, let's go ahead and get steel produced. Or should I say started. And this is how we're going to do that. This will be our start at steel production. And that's going to take a little bit of time. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed. This is pretty nice. Today was a very productive day, I think. I got a lot done, as you can see. So, as always, I want to give a huge shout out to one of my new patrons, and that is going to be Rajan Gamer. Thank you so much for your patronage. I really appreciate it. And of course, if you want to become a Patreon yourself, you can always figure that out linked down in the description below. I'd really appreciate it. I really do enjoy posting over there on Patreon, and plus you guys do get a lot of exclusive things, like access to sub-servers over on the Discord. So, anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, be sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and also give this video a huge thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Of course, I'll see you in the next episode. And as always, thanks for watching.